What's going on, guys? This is my post-match recap and player ratings for yesterday's game, Manchester United versus Manchester City. 2-0 to Manchester City. I predicted 3-1 Man City, so it didn't end up in terms of goals as bad as I thought, but it should have been about 10-0 to Man City if we're honest. It probably was worse than the Liverpool performance because it was literally like we did just surrender before kick-off. No style of play, counter-attacking, but we couldn't even do that because every time we did win the ball, we couldn't keep hold of it for longer than like 5 seconds at a time. Other than a Ronaldo volley and a Maguire header, I don't remember anything we did. I think there was something stupid stat-wise of like 4 touches in the opponent's box all game. That's just terrible. And it just puts a magnifying glass on the problems at the club that we all know about anyway. You know my thoughts on Ollie, so I'm not really going to get into that too much, but he definitely is not capable of being at a club like this and getting us where we need to be. Neither are the coaches with him. The owners are a problem. The players have a lot to answer for as well, but all we ever get is we're working hard and we're trying, but we're all bored of that now because we all see through it. And it was far too easy for Man City yesterday. Yes, they've got quality players, but so do we. But we don't show it because we don't have tactics and we don't have fight. And it was embarrassing. It really was. It was just horrendous. Like it was Man City against Norwich. Like it was that bad, or even like a Championship side against Man City. So not good. The player ratings, David De Gea, spoiler alert, was my man of the match. If it wasn't for him in the first half, we would have been about 7-0 down. People, Neville and that, were having to go at him for one of the goals. Like, what are you watching? The second goal, where it gets crossed in from Cancelo, and Maguire and Shaw both leave it, they're having to go at De Gea, saying that he should react quicker. He doesn't react in time because he is expecting Maguire and Shaw to clear it, which they should have. And also with that, on the replay, even though Maguire should clear it before it gets to Shaw, he's not bollocking Shaw afterwards, even though he missed it. Like, where's the captaincy? Where's the leadership that you're supposed to be? You're the captain, so act like one. Instead of coming out after games and saying we're working hard and all this, like, because it's bullshit. Terrible. Just absolutely terrible. And everyone's bantering us, and we deserve it. And the club is beyond a mess right now. And that yesterday, we're lucky it was only 2. David De Gea, though, man of the match for me, gets a 9. Aaron Wan-Bissaka I thought was awful. Caught out of position countless times. Foden had a field day with him, and his passing was off. He was giving up possession a lot. Just terrible. Not good enough. A 3. Bay, I thought, was the best of the defence before he got subbed off for Sancho. Yes, he scores an own goal, but if he doesn't go for that and try and clear it, he gets a rollicking anyway. So he did the right thing, and obviously he got a bit unlucky with an own goal. But at least he tried to flipping clear it, and unlike Shaw and Maguire with his second goal. Best of the defence for me, Bay, and he got subbed off, so that says it all. I'd give Bay a 4. It's below average, but it's still better than the rest of them. And I had to bump it because he got the own goal. So 4 for Bay. Lindelof, 3. He got beat, caught out of position numerous times as well. Looked weak on the ball, no strength. Just looked dodgy. 3. Maguire, 2. Shaw, 2. Both of them have been awful for a while now. I don't know what's happened to Shaw because he was reliant and consistent. But since the Euros and the start of this season, he's not been at it. And Maguire we've seen a lot of this from Maguire before, so I'm not as surprised with him. But it's a problem when you're saying that about your captain. But I'm not surprised by it. But I am more with Shaw, but they both get a 2. Fred and McTominay, I'd give both a 3. That might even be slightly generous, but no creativity. It's like there's no one in midfield. They miss tackles, they don't pick up runners, they can't pass properly. Do you know what I mean? Just awful. Both get a 3. Greenwood didn't have a lot of service. He didn't do great defensively, I don't think, either. Just below average for me. Gets a 4. Bruno, I'd also give a 4 to. What I didn't like about Bruno yesterday is that it was like he was made of glass. Every time someone went near him, he was falling to the floor. And I didn't like that. it was like giving up mentality. Just let's get us some free kicks and that, which we didn't capitalise on anyway. But yeah, for me, and pressing off the ball, Bruno is terrible for it. And he's not the only one, but he is one of the main culprits for pressing off the ball. So Greenwood and Bruno both get a 4. Ronaldo, I'd given it above average with a 6. I felt his pressing was good. He was frustrated with passing and that from himself and teammates at times in decision making, but I still think he was the best in the attacking third. Even though he probably, most people would say, he'd have a below average or average game. I'd give him just above average because he still looked positive and tried to do things, even with little play in the game at all. And I feel sorry for the guy coming back to this club in this state. But I would give him a 6. And then the subs, Sancho come on, but I don't think he had a good game when he came on, to be honest. I'll give him a 3. Telles, not great. Probably an average of a 5 for Telles for sure. Shaw went off injured as well. I mean, what's going to happen with that? Is he going to be out a long time now? Because he's had problems in the past with being out for a while, and it would just sum up our luck and how things are going as well. But I thought Telles had an average game when he came on. Donny van de Beek actually come on with sarcastic cheers from the crowd for Ollie for bringing him on. And I thought he'd done all right, to be honest. I thought he was above average. He come on, he got straight into it, put a tackle on De Bruyne, I think it was. I like to see that, though, because not enough players are doing that. Put a tackle in, did a bit of skill at one point and beat a player. I thought he looked good when he come on, even though he only had like 10 minutes. So Van der Beek would give a 6. And Rashford, didn't notice him. 3 for me. Same as Sancho, didn't notice him. So other than Donny, I think the subs were poor. Most of the players' performances were poor. If it wasn't for De Gea, it would have been a lot worse. And Ollie, for me, gets a 1 because he started McFred again. Takes Bay off, who's the best of the defence, even though he scores an own goal. He's still the best performer in defence, takes him off. The sub that comes on for Bay, who being Sancho, doesn't impact the game. Donny comes on with 10 minutes and does good, but it's not enough time. Rashford makes no impact. And Telles, he tries, but there's no real impact again. So for me, Ollie got a lot wrong again. He looked clueless when we're conceding goals and mistakes are happening galore. He's sitting there whispering to Carrick again, looking at the iPads and that they got. But he looks clueless. So for me, yeah, just no change on Ollie. He gets a 1 for me. It's embarrassing. I expected a loss. And I would hate to be a fan at Old Trafford witnessing that in person, because it's bad enough watching it on the TV. And big change needs to happen at this club with the owners, the manager and the coaching staff and some of the players. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It's going to be a slow process, but people need to stop defending certain people in this club. Neville, Keane, and even the likes of Scholes and that, and not criticising Ollie because they're his mates, but it's bullshit. Blame needs to be placed not just on the players, but at the board, the directors, the owners, and the coaching staff, and Ollie, even if you played with him. Because where's the standards? Where's the self-respect? Where's the winning mentality that we're supposed to have and we were built on? Where is it? Where's the risk taken? Where is it? I think it went a while ago and we haven't been able to find it. But a lot of that is to do with the media and ex-players and everything. So I'm not surprised by the result. We got Watford next. I just watched them against Arsenal and they looked all right, even though Arsenal won. They looked all right. So look, it wouldn't surprise me if Watford beat us. Look, I'm not saying they will, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did, because we're in that much of a mess. So, for me, I'm not surprised. David De Gea, though, if it weren't for him, we'd be even more embarrassed than we are. So, fair play to him. And I'll see you guys soon. Big change needs to happen at this club.